On the black ball plus table, we have Valley Claudia from Malaysia versus Malbugu Lapan from Botswana. Your referee will be Mr. Krishna Kandasamy. On the hay-ball TV table, your referee will be Mr. Jack Smith. The players are Lindel Vine from Australia and Marina Jacobs from South Africa. On the hay-ball plus table, your referee will be Mr. Nirat Tiwanu. The players are Vidya Pillay from South Africa and Marina Rudra from Uganda. India, sorry.
Good day everyone and welcome back to the Commonwealth Billiards Championship here in Mauritius. As you hear, head referee Cobus Kirstein letting the players know that they can start their matches. This is day 4, the last day here at the Commonwealth Billiard Championship. You can see that Marina Jacobs has won the leg. So this first semi-final match of the ladies division of the Hayball Q Sport Code. It's Lindel Vine from Australia against Marina Jacobs from South Africa. This is a race to 7. Winner of this match books themselves a spot in the final of the Commonwealth Billiards Championship 2025. This is a 100-minute timed match. Players do get 45 seconds per shot and one extension of 30 seconds per frame. We did see Lindel Vine on the TV table yesterday against Leanne Craig from the UK. Lindel winning that one 7-1. Marina winning her match 7-0 against Kilio Pandale from Tanzania. Having a look at their run before that, Marina Jacobs 7-2 over Amanat Halim, 9-ball player from the Maldives. And Lindel Vine getting through Boinilo Molefi from Botswana. So, looking at the score lines, this should be a very evenly matched game as we now have Marina at the table breaking in this first frame. Legal break, open table. Nothing has gone in. There you have the match clock, 98 minutes remaining. And yeah, we have 4 Q Sport disciplines here at the Commonwealth Billiards Championship. Snooker, black ball, 10-ball, and of course hay-ball. A tournament like this would not be possible without our sponsors for the event. On the snooker side, we have Rassen and PNS sponsoring the table and the cloth. On the black ball side, United King Pool Tables and Andy Cloth sponsoring that discipline. Predator and Simona sponsoring the 10-ball table, and here we have the Joy Q8 steel block cushion table sponsored by Joy. Has the Lieberwin cloth on it as well, that's sponsored by Lieberwin. Lieberwin, one of the best cloths to play Chinese 8-ball or hay-ball on at the moment, especially together with the Joy table. The Lieberwin cloth really doing well, and Players are saying it is some of the best conditions they have played on. Really nice, fast, slick napped cloth is the Lebo Win cloth. So obviously best conditions here at this Commonwealth Billiards Championship, as we see Marina on solids. Having a look at solids, all I see as the problem is the one ball at the moment on the table. So can she get away, maybe using the 6 ball to break into that 1 and 9? She's left herself quite far from her work here, has Marina. And Marina Jacobs plays a lot in China, coming in with a vast amount of experience to this tournament. But her opponent as well, her opponent has been playing really well in this tournament, Lindel Vine, coming through those first 2 rounds. Huge score lines against her opponents. So this is going to be a tough match. We do know that both these players very capable of making finishes, very capable of potting from anywhere. Yeah, that was a leave from Marina. Let's have a look at if she has opened up the 1 ball to the corner. And we are live on WPALive.tv, powered by 4 Cents. We're also live on the Joy World Habo Tour Facebook and YouTube pages. But if you are looking for all the other matches being streamed here, we have 8 tables in total, 2 for each discipline. Head over to WPALive.tv and you can find all the matches being streamed, every shot, every frame, every match, as well as the on-demand matches, so matches that have been played already, the interviews as well from this tournament, and other content. Can find that on WPALive.tv. And the match I think you guys would want to be looking for is that Caesar Chandigarh Chris Melling match from last night. Absolute thriller. That was a race to 9. Caesar was up 7-6. Chris Melling equalizing with 1 minute left on the clock, forcing it to penalties, and in the sudden death penalty shootout, Caesar Chandigarh managing to edge past UK's Chris Melling. So Caesar books his spot in the semi-final. He will be playing against Abdullah Hussain from Tanzania, and that semi-final will be at 12:30 p.m. local time here in Mauritius. That is GMT +4. That'll be on Hable Plus or Hable Table 2. On the Hable TV table at 12:30, we have Shivam Arora from India against Jason Theron. Both those players need absolutely no introduction. If you have been watching Hable for the last year, you'd know that both those players playing a lot overseas, doing really well in China. I think Shivam making the top 32, Jason making top 24 recently in the Grandmasters. And that's out of about 1,000 players in total, so you can imagine the vast amount of experience and skill behind those 2 players. Both of them also playing a small China tour afterwards. So yeah, it's going to be a really exciting match. The winner of that match will be playing winner of Chandigarh Caesar against Abdullah Hassan in the final of the Commonwealth Billiard Championship Hayball discipline. Referee for the match is Jacques Smit. And a very big well done and thank you to all the referees at this tournament. They are trained by head referee Cobus Kirstein. And yeah, they've been really putting on a good show for this tournament thus far. Not an easy job at all, and the referees doing a lot behind the scenes, helping with the setup for the tournament as well as the breakdown. So a big thank you to them, and a big thank you to everyone behind the scenes. There's so many people working behind the scenes to make a tournament like this possible. Very nice. Clean pot on that 6-ball from Marina. She's on the 1 now. So if I have a look at this, to me, I can see 1-5-4. Black ball into the top right corner pocket. Oh, she's deciding to bide her time. Wasn't going to take the risk of that. Wants to secure. Not a shot you see often from Marina. She is the kind of player that does go for finishes. And our other semi-final on at the moment is Vidya Pillai from India against Nagia Rukia from Uganda. Score there currently 0-0 as well. We will keep you updated on that. So jump shot now from Lindel Vine from Australia, using the dart technique on her cueing hand, as you can see. She's going to get this. It looks like she's going to be cutting this, so watch for the cross bank, actually. Yeah, she's made good contact with that, but okay, managing to leave the cue ball down table as well, fairly safe. So winner of this match will be playing winner of Vidya Pillai and Nagia Rukia. Score there currently 1-0 to Nagia Rukia from Uganda over India's Vidya Pillai.
Seconds. No.
So that was a legal shot from Lindel Vine, making contact with the stripe. Both the stripe and cue ball making contact with the cushion. So Marina biding her time here. As I have said, not what you usually see from Marina. Another escape here from Lindel. This is going to be close. It's coming in very close to that corner pocket from what I can see. Using a touch aside. Yeah, just catching that inside jaw first. And as you know, after contact, you have to make contact with a cushion as well. So no contact, no cushion. Ball in hand for Marina Jacobs from South Africa. And now this looks like a great chance for her to get her first point on the board in this ladies semi-final of the Hayball category here at the Commonwealth Billiard Championship, live from the Rivanala Attitude Hotel here in Mauritius. Yeah, this is not perfect so far. She hasn't left herself on the right side of those two solids that were outside the center pockets, but it's okay. She's going to leave herself a medium distance black ball, which I don't think will be a problem for her. I don't believe that one, and yeah, that's because she didn't leave herself that great on those two solids, and then not a great black ball afterwards as well. Now if Lindel pots this 14, the cue ball is naturally coming up table. Natural angle takes it up table towards that black ball. And she's going to have a shot on it if this goes. It's not there. And have a look at the cue ball coming right up into balk and just back out. But she has left Marina a shot once again. And Marina gets her first point on the board. She leads 1-0 over Lindel Vine from Australia. This is the ladies' semi-final of the Commonwealth Billiard Championship Hayball category. And do stay tuned throughout the rest of the day. We have the men's semi-final coming up at 12:30 p.m. local time here in Mauritius. So if you are looking to see who is currently playing on which table and the live scores, go over to digitalpool.com, type in Commonwealth, and you can find the live scores and the current bracket and the current matches that are going on, along with the matches to come. The times are also in your local time, so that does make it easy for you to know exactly when your player is playing or the match you want to watch. And if you see the Hayball TV and you see Hayball 2, that match is also being streamed on WPAlive.tv. It's called the Hayball Plus table. So you have Hayball TV and Hayball Plus. You can find all of that for every discipline here on WPAlive.tv. It is free to register, and a lot more content, on-demand videos, and yeah, content from the tournament on that website.
Seconds.
Solids in play now for Marina Jacobs from South Africa as she leads 1-0 against Lindel Vine. This is a race to 7 ladies semi-final of the Commonwealth Billiards Championship. We are on day 4, the last day of this tournament, and yeah, very sad to see this tournament coming to an end. But by the end of today, we will have a Commonwealth, the inaugural Commonwealth Billiard Championship champion in all categories here at this championship. Such a wonderful tournament held by Mao Pool Organization and WPA. What an absolute brilliant job they've done to put a tournament like this together. To have 4 different cue sports under the same roof, very, very tough indeed. Dealing with the logistics of that, the admin, and yeah, it's been such a brilliant tournament thus far. Especially you are getting the views of the players here. We have been interviewing the players, so you're getting their exact thoughts And in that shot there, you could see on the side of the table, official table of the Grand Masters Finals. And that is the biggest Joy event on the calendar, the Joy Grand Masters Finals. Around 1,000 participants in that tournament, happens every year. We had the 13th edition earlier this year. Players like Marina Jacobs were playing in that tournament. And that's what I mean when she has a vast amount of experience playing this game at top international level.
Vamos.
Now just under 80 minutes left in the session. All these sessions for black ball, hay ball and 10 ball are timed at 100 minutes per session. Players get 45 seconds per shot and one extension of 30 seconds per frame. On the table currently Lindel Vine from Australia, looking to get her first point on the board and tie things up in this match. See Lindel going for the 9 to the top left. Yeah, she's got that in, but what next after this? She'll have to be playing onto the 12. So what are her options here? She could cross bank the 12 ball or run it down to the bottom right corner pocket. I think that is the safer shot for her to play. Yeah, there it goes. Is it gonna reach? That's the purpose. That's what she wanted. Just to cause a bit of an issue for Marina, blocking that 7 ball to that pocket. As you can see on the table, Marina does have the 1-3 combination to the center. Oh, that's a nice pot from Marina. And I don't think she is going to be touching that 1-3 at the moment. Is a set combination to the center pocket. I think she's taking the 1 or the 3 down to the 12. And she might be able to get the snooker behind the 1 if she is taking the 3. There we go. Brilliant shot from Marina. That is a good shot. She would have liked to cover the 10 as well. That sits at the bottom of the table. But yeah, that was nice thinking and very accurate to get that right. Yeah, that was the only ball Lindel had to play, was that 10 ball. So what has she left on now for Marina? We know Marina has the solid in front of that bottom right corner pocket. 76 minutes left to play now in the session. And looking at the table, looks like these all go. The 5 would also be going to that bottom right as well. But Marina does have the option of biding her time, looking at the way stripes are currently laying on the table. But from what I've seen from Lindel Vine, she can definitely make things happen in a frame. And if I look at this, it looks like the 10 is actually open. If she can get through to the potting angle and get the cue ball back to the middle, you are heading towards the 15 and the 14. Very high chance of breaking that up and possibly opening up stripes in this game. It looks like she is going for it. It should pot if she's going for it, and the cue ball should naturally be heading towards 5, 15, 8, around that area. No, she's not going for the pot. Yeah, it looked like that was through, but she would have had the better view of that. She's looking to break the 5. Is she going to get it? Is she going to get any movement on the 5? It's coming towards the 15. A little touch. I don't think that helps. 5 might go into the center. Yes, it does go into the center. From this angle, you can see that it is through to the right center pocket. She has looked at if it goes down to the bottom left corner as well. Yeah, that's not easy yet, and now she has opened up those stripes for Lindel as well, so Marina has to make sure of what she is doing now at this point in the frame. And once again, trying to get into that bunch. Is it going to reach? No. That is a foul. Ball in hand for Lindel Vine now. And that is an unforced error from Marina Jacobs. She was trying, well, she was really trying to break up the 5 and the 15 with the 2 previous shots. And then that shot just rolling up to the 7. Trying to play a containing safety shot and just not getting there. As we see the cue ball incoming. Just didn't get there. update on the other semi-final currently on Hayball 2, that is the Hayball Plus table on WPALive.tv. Vidya Pillay against Nagia Rukia from Uganda. Nagia currently leading 2 frames to 0 over Vidya. That is a race to 7 as well. .71 minutes left on the clock. As you can see, these are 100-minute timed sessions, and when the clock stops, play stops. If the scores are tied, it will be a penalty shootout, and what a penalty shootout we saw yesterday. Unbelievable stuff. Chris Melling, Caesar Chandiga. Caesar was able to just edge out Chris Melling in that penalty shootout, which went to sudden death as well. But the story of that match is Chris Melling's finish that he had to make to force it to penalty shootout. With 1 minute left on the clock, was able to make that clearance and force the penalties. That clearance has been trending all over Facebook. It is on my Facebook page as well if you'd like to have a look at that. I am your commentator, Raymond Tilak, for the Hayball division of this event. A confident shot taken on by Lindel Vine, and now, as you can see, the table looking really open for Marina. All she has to do is pot the 7, land on the 5, and she is away. Marina calling her extension as the referee calls 10 seconds, so players do get 45 seconds per shot and 1 extension of 30 seconds per frame, and she has played that perfectly to land on this 5 now. And this should be second point for Marina Jacobs from South Africa. Left herself nicely to the left center pocket. Now this should be a formality for Marina Jacobs to get her second point on the board. With that going in, Marina Jacobs leads 2-0 to Lindel Vine in this race to 7 ladies semi-final of the Hayball category here at the Commonwealth Billiards Championship. We are on day 4. Live from the Revanala Attitude Hotel here in Mauritius.
Race to 7, South Africa leads 2-0. Ball in hand, time running. Little break, open table.
Because Marina did win the leg, she has been the player to break in this third frame. She's currently leading 2 points to 0 over Australia's Lindel Vine. This is a race to 7. Yeah, Lindel just leaving Marina a little bit too open in that previous frame at the end there, and yeah, she had ball in hand, could have done more with that. And Marina is one player that you cannot leave open. She will make the finish, she'll make the clearance if you leave her with anything open on the table. And this is some fantastic potting from Lindel Vine, and from what we have seen, we've had her on the TV table before. When she gets going, she is a real force to be reckoned with. Makes these finishes look really easy as well. This looks to be one of them, if she can just get through these last few pots. That 15 just going in off the jaw. And this is off Marina's dry break. Yeah, that's the confident shot to play, not to just drag it in, to actually play it and release the cue action properly, get the cue ball across to the other side of the 9. And here she has a few options. She could actually stun up, cue the angle through, stun up for the black ball in the opposite corner. She could go off one cushion. All depends on what she feels like, but this has been a immaculate clearance from Lindel Vine thus far. Decided to stun up, and look at that. Absolutely brilliant stuff. So this will be Lindel Vine's first point on the board in the semi-final, but what a point it is. That is a clearance off Marina Jacobs' dry break, and that is definitely sending a message, and that goes in. What a frame of pool that was. Brilliant stuff from Lindel Vine. Clearance off her opponent's break, coming to the table to break for her next frame, currently 2-1 down. And in Hayball we call that a rack and run, as opposed to a break and run where you break and clear the table. This is a rack and run where your opponent broke, you came to the table, and in your first visit you were able to clear the table.
Rise to 7, South Africa leads 2-1. Australia to break, ball in hand, time running.
And Lindel Vine will be breaking now. Marina has been sat in that chair for one frame. Lindel Vine with that excellent clearance off Marina's break, but it does look like... Yeah, it looks like Marina will be coming to the table now. Dry break from Lindel.
Time off. Time running.
Just over 60 minutes left to play now in this session. These sessions are timed at 100 minutes for the 10-ball, black ball and hay ball. If you have a look at solids, it is possible for Marina to return that clearance, making her own clearance off her opponent's dry break. Just a few intricate positional play shots to navigate through here. get herself onto that third point in this visit. I don't really follow that shot, to be honest. She could have got much closer to the pocket if she wanted to leave that there. And after your opponent makes a clearance the way she did, you don't want to be giving her the table straight away. Full of confidence at the moment, and yeah, raring to go is Lindel Vine from Australia. This is some fantastic play from Lindel, and this match is going to get close. I can feel it. This match is going to get close. Just under 60 minutes remaining now, and you can see that Lindel is starting to fire. He's gaining confidence, especially after that brilliant clearance she made off Marina Jacobs' break. Very clean pot on that stripe ball, but now not many options for her. She might have to go tactical. If I'm having a look at the table, the only possible place to go tactical is either tight behind the 11, if she can, or get the cue ball onto that top ball cushion. It's the only way.
Seconds.
There we go, getting that cue ball right up to that top ball cushion. Both these players are not leaving each other easy chances at the moment. As you can see, A lot of distance between cue ball and object ball if Lindel Vine wants to take this on. She is. And if she can make this, this is a good chance to get that cue ball out for the 9 into the center. Requires straight cueing. It's there. It's there. That's a nice shot from Lindel. She's on the 9. A little bit off angle, takes her up table instead of down. But she'll definitely be on the 13. She's having a look at whether she could be on the 11 as well. I don't think so. I'd rather go 13, come on and off the cushion and play the 11 into the center. Yeah, she played the right shot, in my opinion. As you can see, have a look at the cue ball. Dead set on that 11 to the center. So that was the right route. She could have played the black ball next into the bottom right corner pocket. But once again, she's left Marina open. It's a good chance for Marina Jacobs to get her 3rd point on the scoreboard. Marina just not looking as confident as she usually is. She's usually faster around the table, playing with a little bit more confidence in the cueing. But yeah, she's currently up, and as you know, you can find that during a game. You can find that confidence, and a shot like that. Do like a shot like that, pushing your opponent's ball towards the cushion, making it difficult for them if they do have another visit at the table. Better now from Marina, definitely better. And if she can make this finish, it'll really, really do good for her. Yeah, she's hampered by the 13, unfortunately, and that's the reason for the miss. Stretching halfway across the table, bridging over the 13. Not able to give full concentration to that shot, and also, once you are elevated, not easy at all. Plus, she was trying to get the cue ball out for the black ball into the bottom left. So now we're going to see if Lindel Vine can fight for a point.
In seconds.
Wherever she leaves this cue ball, she can't leave Marina with an easy pot. So she went for that. Also at the same point, you can see, cut that in the angle to not leave Marina on the 1 to the center. It goes to the corner, but it's much tougher than if you leave her on that to the center. But if this goes and she can stun across, she will be on the black ball to the same pocket if she chooses to stun, but she hasn't. Actually, that's not too bad. She's placed it there, putting the pressure on Lindel Vine now. Not many places to hide the cue ball on the table. Marina also can jump if in a snooker, so you'd have to be looking out for that as well. When you do put your opponent in a snooker, it either has to be really tight or good enough that you think they can't get out of it with the jump cue. Here you can see Lindel Vine looking at leaving the cue ball where she pointed her cue. However, in my opinion, that does leave the jump. It's not an easy jump, as she has to get over the black ball and not let the cue ball go off the table after making contact with the 1. So what does Marina do? Does she jump it or does she play cushion first? She's looking at up and down the table. Yeah, I can't see it. Also, you are aiming around where the Liebe win sign is on the edge of the table. So just past the 13. Should be coming down. It should actually hit cushion first. Yeah, it's coming cushion first. It's going to be close. That's not too bad. It has pushed the 1 ball slightly away from the pocket, but it's still alright for Marina if she does come back to the table. Now once again, another great opportunity for Marina to get her 3rd point on the board and lead this match by 2 frames. We are at the halfway point as far as time is concerned. 50 minutes left now. Very, very strange miss from Marina. Those are not the kind of shots she usually misses. If you have seen Marina play or know Marina Jacobs as a player, very confident, one of the best potters from South Africa on a A-ball table. It's a strange shot choice from Lindel. She was always going to be leaving Marina open on this 1 ball, and the cue ball swings around naturally for position on the black ball for the same pocket. So that is a strange shot from Lindel Vine. She's managed to get the 13 out, but to what end? I really can't believe what's going on here. That was way overcut from Marina Jacobs. Was an excellent opportunity for Lindel to get her 2nd point on the board and equalize the match. Now, so important to not let your opponent extend their lead by too much, especially in these timed matches. As you can imagine, if you are 3 or 4 frames behind with 30 minutes left, pressure is definitely on you. So you can see how important this frame is now. It's either Marina Jacobs extends her lead, which she does. Marina Jacobs goes 3-2 up in this race to 7 ladies semi-final of the hayball category here at the Commonwealth Billiards Championship.
Race to 7, South Africa leads 3-1, South Africa to break, ball in hand, time running. Legal break, open table.
Legal break, open table, ball made by Marina in the center. Marina currently leading 3-1 in this race to 7. Ladies semi-final. Let us have a look at the scores in the other semi-final currently on, and that is Vidya Pillai against Nagia Rukia.
So let's play.
Just getting that loaded up. We are looking at that on digitalpool.com. So to have a look at all the fixtures from this tournament and all the codes of Q Sport here, go to digitalpool.com. And for the snooker code, go to ibsf.com. That IBSF page is where the snooker stats are. Score currently 2-all in that match. Vidya Pillai has made a comeback to make it 2-all against Nagia Rukia from Uganda.
Ball in hand. Time ready. Legal break, open table.
Oh, brilliant try from Marina, and that's better from her. We're seeing those positive shots coming through. Almost able to get that 7 ball out into open play. That's quite a good run from Marina. That's more of what we've come to expect from her level of play. So what has she left Lindel with now on the table with 44 minutes remaining in this timed session? These sessions on the black ball, hay ball and 10 ball table have a 100-minute time limit. Players on the hay ball side getting 45 seconds per shot and one extension of 30 seconds per frame. This is going to be very close. Yeah, and that's good. That is good for Marina. She's setting this table up now, so when she comes to the table again, it's definitely looking like a sure 4th point for her. Yeah, I think that last frame Lindel should have been able to get her 2nd point when she had the ball before the black ball. Missing that to the bottom right was a very important frame, especially with time ticking down to make it 2-all or be 3-1 down. Now she's not only fighting against Marina, but she's also going to be fighting against the clock soon, as we did speak about being 3 or 4 frames down with under 30 minutes to go at that point in the match. Pressure is definitely on and things start to get really difficult for you as a player, as you have to face another unknown. As do you get to the table? If you get to the table, are you able to keep the table, make the clearance? And every visit of your opponents takes your time away. And it is your time because you are the player trying to catch up. You are playing from behind. It's a very tough situation to be in when the clock is against you and the scoreline as well. As you can see, Marina just getting that 7 ball out into open play, and stripes are currently not looking that good. The shot that Lindel Vine could play is the 9 onto the 6. Leave that cue ball safe from the 7. That is a legal shot in hay ball. As long as you make contact with your ball first, you can pot your opponent's ball as well. Oh, it's there. Now, is that 6 open to that bottom left corner pocket for Marina? It's going to be close. We do see that the black ball is open into the right center also. Yeah, legal shot. She did make contact with the 6 first, so that telling us that that 6 was not open directly for Marina Jacobs into that corner pocket. As she covered the 6, she might have just covered it. And all the stripes are lined up along that cushion, so there's a gap. Watch the gap between the 10 and the 14. Here it comes. It's there. It's there. And the black ball goes into the center pocket, as we did say earlier. So this looking like Marina Jacobs' 4th point in this semi-final race to 7 match in the ladies hay ball category here at the Commonwealth Billiard Championship 2025, live from the Revanala Attitude Hotel. Marina Jacobs now leading 4 frames to 1 over Lindel Vine from Australia.
South Africa. Yeah. Rise to 7. South Africa leads 4-1.
Thank you, Mark.
Ball in hand. Time running. Legal break on the table.
Lindel Vine with a legal break open table. She has made 2 balls on that break. Let's have a look at this once again. Yeah, there we see the 5 and the 7 going in on that break. Lindel Vine now trailing by 3 frames. Marina Jacobs up 4-1 currently in this match. This is the ladies semi-final of the hay ball division here at the Commonwealth Billiard Championship. This tournament is a straight knockout tournament. We had 16 players in each category and division, so 16 ladies, 16 men for the hay ball, and the same for all the other disciplines here. We have snooker, black ball, 10 ball, and hay ball, of course. Yeah, straight knockout from 16, which means you could have been playing your first and your last match at the same time, and if you do lose, you are out of the tournament.
15 seconds.
Was quite a relaxed schedule for the players for the first round, as they did have a day's break between play. Yesterday we did have the quarterfinals, today semi-finals, and then finals later on today. The sessions do remain the same as the previous days: 10 a.m., 12:30 p.m., 3 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. That is local time here in Mauritius. GMT +4 does make life easier. If you set your phone dual clock to Mauritius time, then you'll know exactly when the sessions are. Or better yet, head over to digitalpool.com, search for Commonwealth, and you will find all the links and fixtures and match times in your current country or region for Hayball, 10 ball and black ball. Snooker is on the IBSF page. All the other matches currently on at this tournament, from the snooker, black ball and 10 ball and the other Hayball table, the Hayball Plus table, all being streamed on wpalive.tv, so head over there. It is free to register an account, and then you have access to all the live streams from both tables in each division, as well as on-demand content from the previous matches, interviews, and a lot more content from this tournament. Score still 2-all between Vidya Pillai from India and Nagia Rukia from Uganda. That match is currently on the Hayball Plus table next to this one. In the corner of your screen on your left hand side, you would see Vidya Pillai seated at some points during the match, so that is on next to this table, the Hayball Plus table. That stream is on wpalive.tv, as well as all the other streams currently from the other tables, from the other categories. Containing safety shot there from Marina, but has she left anything open for Lindel Vine? Well, the one goes. And what's next? It doesn't look like the 4 pots in the bottom left. So she has to take this on, and it does go. You can see from this camera angle, the 2 does go to the top. very nearly, and I think she would have had position on the 4 ball as well. Great attempt there from Lindel Vine to try and get her second point on the board. Shot. Great shot from Marina, taking that stripe to the top left. Yeah, definitely confidence has picked up with Marina in the last couple of frames, at least the last frame. You are seeing a couple of shots being struck more positively from Marina than previously, and the score line is now reflecting that as well. Have a look at that. Yeah, she was just trying to get the cue ball off the cushion and come through for the other stripe in the opposite corner. If you have a look at this, she was playing onto the 11 here, but just cue ball just followed right in. Not the kind of error you can be making at this point in the match. Oh, and Lindel Vine missing with ball in hand. That is, yeah, I think that is going to cost her. That is definitely going to cost her. And that's what we were talking about. Have a look at the scoreline and have a look at the time remaining. With just 30 minutes remaining, down by 3. Almost down by 4 if Marina didn't miss that or didn't pot that cue ball. It's a tough situation to be in. Oh, very nice from Marina. Struck that beautifully to the top left corner pocket. And as the black ball pass the 4 into the bottom right. Marina is having a look at that. It's tight. If she's not happy with that, she will be getting that cue ball back onto the side of the table, the right side, to play the black ball into the left corner. But she is happy with it. Definitely must go. Might have to cheat the pocket off the inside jaw a touch. Yeah, there we go. Cheated the pocket of the inside jaw, and nice 5th point for Marina Jacobs as she takes a 5th point and leads 5 frames to 1 against Lindel Vine from Australia in this ladies semi-final match. Race to 7, 30 minutes left on the clock.
Race to 7, South Africa leads 5-1. South Africa to break, ball in hand, time running.
Able. You have 28 minutes left in the session. 28 minutes.
28 minutes left in the session, announced by the head referee Cobus Kerstein. Is that break dry? Yes, it is. Don't see anything going in. Dry break from Marina, which will bring Lindel Vine to the table. And that point from Lindel Vine was such a lovely point. It was a rack and run out of Marina's break, Marina's dry break, and yeah, that was a fantastic run out from her, and would like to see her repeating that form now at this point in the match at least. 27 minutes to go, 4 frames behind. As long as she doesn't get the let the pressure of the clock get to her. Let's have a look at the scoreline from the other semi-final. It looks like Vidya Pillay has taken the lead 3-2 over Nagia Rukia from Uganda. So if things stay the way they are, it will be Marina Jacobs against Vidya Pillay in the final. That is, if the scorelines stay exactly the same or the match stays the way it is currently. Vidya Pillay was 2-0 down in that match, so to make it 3-2, what a comeback that is. And then taking the lead, she looks to extend her lead and yeah, hopefully win that one for herself. Nagia Rukia needs to get back into this match now. 3 unanswered frames. Nice shot from Marina. As you can see, the confidence is definitely growing, definitely up there now, and she is starting to flow, starting to play better, starting to play the way she usually does, which is a confident game, confident stroke as well, does Marina Jacobs. If you guys are looking for the streams of the other matches currently on, I believe snooker, 10 ball and black ball still on at the moment. The 10 ball plus table in play at the top left of your screen, as well as the hay ball plus table. Black ball also on at the moment. That is all on the WPAlive.tv link, powered by 4 Cents, our official broadcasters for this event, really doing the best job they can to get you guys every shot, every match and all the action from this Commonwealth Billiard Championships here at the Rivanala Attitude Hotel in Mauritius.
Seconds.
That is a legal shot from Lindel Vine using the combination rule in Hayball, where you play your ball first. You can pot your opponent's ball as long as you make contact with your ball on first. Yeah, that shot used quite a lot in tactical frames to try and get the upper hand or advantage during a frame. Pot your opponent's ball in the pocket, try and snooker them, or leave the cue ball safe at the same time. Our next match on Hayball TV table at 12:30 p.m. local time here in Mauritius, that is GMT +4, will be Shivam Arora from India against Jason Taron from South Africa. And what a match that is going to be. One of those players will be in the final against the winner of Chandiga Caesar and Abdullah Hussain from Tanzania. That's on Hayball Plus on the WPAlive.tv website. So 12:30 p.m. GMT +4. Set your clocks to that one. That's in just over an hour's time. So do make sure to tune in for those matches. So 21 minutes left to play now in this ladies semi-final. Race to 7 here at the Commonwealth Billiard Championship in the Hayball division. I think Marina Jacobs is looking to get this one done as soon as she can. Yeah, so just leaving that 2-wall at the top corner. You can see very useful for her now getting onto the 6. Needs to get the cue ball back now, so how's she gonna play this? I would, depending on the angle, yeah, not much angle there, just screwing back. That's pretty much the best she could do with that. Black ball does not go into that left center, so she'll have to find another pocket for that black ball after the 5. Gonna have to do a little bit with the cue ball after playing the 5. That's if the 3 ball goes in, and it hasn't. So Marina is struggling to close out this match. Many chances. Oh, what a shot that is from Lindel Vine. Brilliant stuff from her to get on this black ball now. Really brilliant stuff. So can she get her second point on the board now? Just under 20 minutes left to go in this race to 7 ladies semi-final. Absolutely drills that one in to the back of that bottom left corner pocket. Lindel Vine gets her second point on the board. Score now 5-2 in favor of Marina Jacobs.
Race to 7, South Africa leads 5 to Australia to break. Ball in hand. Time running. Legal break, open table.
Legal break, open table. It looks like it is a dry break, so that'll bring Marina Jacobs to the table now. A lot of power into that, and you can see it did transfer through the pack. A lot of ball movement. still open table, as Marina Jacobs was not able to pot a ball and close out the table there. So Lindel Vine now comes to the table. 17, well, just under 17 minutes remaining in this match. Down by 3. Oh, we did see Chris Melling clear frame in 1 minute 30 seconds yesterday, so that tells you that 17 minutes is more than enough time. Scores from our other semi-final currently on Hayball Plus. That is Vidya Pillay against Nagia Rukia. Vidya is currently 3-2 up in that match. Better now from Marina, and having a look at the 5-12 up table, looks like she could play the 5 onto that and just leave that at the corner pocket. Does the 6 pass the 12 into that top pocket as well? Be interesting to have a look at that. There she is looking at that right now, whether the 6 passes the 12, because if it does, that'll open up things in this match. She could even stun over for the 4 as well, depending on how she wants to play this. There we go. It didn't, it couldn't, but is it there? No, not in the center either. This will bring Lindel Vine back to the table. 15 minutes left. 5 minutes a rack is what Lindel Vine needs now. I think this clearance comes down to this 11 ball. It's the only ball I see that could pose a problem for her, as it did so. Yeah, otherwise she was gone after that. It did look like the clearance was definitely on after that shot. Yeah, tough decision for Marina now with that 11 ball in front of the 3. She plays the 3 onto the 11, she's leaving the table open. If she plays the cue ball onto the 3, pots the 11, 13's open to the corner. It's not the easiest of situations for Marina at the moment on the table. So deciding against the 3, going another route. Now looking at the route she's deciding to play, if she lands on the 5 low, could be getting into the 3 ball from there. Okay, it looks to me like she has landed high on the 5 ball. 5 does go into the top left corner, but now position on the 3. All the other matches that are currently on are being streamed on WPAlive.tv. It is free to register. So head over to WPAlive.tv, that's powered by 4 cents, and register for free, and you have access to all the live streams at this tournament. That's every single table being live streamed, all 8 tables, 2 for each discipline. So if you are looking for Hayball Plus table, that is there as well as this match. So that's all the matches currently being streamed on WPAlive.tv. And this is looking good for Lindel Vine now. Natural position on her last stripe. The black ball does go into the center pocket. It's tough, but it goes. Could we be looking at her third point? Nicely done. Smooth cue action on that. And this 15 now should leave her on the black ball to the center pocket if she chooses to play it there. Yeah, stunning that in. She's on this black ball now to the center. And it's there. Gets her third point on the board. 2 unanswered frames for Lindel Vine. 10 minutes left in the session. Lindel Vine has closed the gap to just 2 frames. Score 5-3 to Marina Jacobs. The score was 5-1.
There's only 10 minutes left. As net 10 net te go van die vrou met so staan. Right? Dan want die go to the toilet. Sure. And I do think the players have taken a small break, but we have Marina Jacobs back in the arena now. Ball in hand, time running.
So score currently is 5-3 in favor of Marina Jacobs.
Go. Open timer.
That is a foul, so ball in hand behind the balk line for Lindel Vine, and now time ticking down. There we go, 7 minutes 30 left in the Hayball session, with Marina Jacobs leading 5 frames to 3 over Australia's Lindel Vine. And she has secured solids in play now.
15 seconds.
Oh, brilliant shot from Lindel Vine.
You have 5 minutes left in your session.
5 minutes left in the session now. So can Lindel Vine pull this back? She needs this frame, needs another one before that clock strikes 0. Currently, Marina Jacobs from South Africa looks like she is booking her spot in the final if the score does remain the same and the match continues the way it is. That's a brilliant try from Marina Jacobs, getting that stripe into the center, but look at where it's going to that corner pocket, and what a leave that is as she raises her hand to apologize. A little bit of good fortune for her. 2 minutes 40 seconds are remaining now. Marina Jacobs currently leading by 2. That's gonna go. Oh, look at this cue ball. This cue ball is going to land perfect for the 7 ball. Have a look at that. It's just time is now an issue. 2 minutes left to play. I do think she is going to get this point on the board, but by the time the referee does rack the balls and the player has to break, just a little bit too little, too late, unfortunately, for Lindel Vine from Australia. Watch the cue ball. Oh, what a shot that is. That is a beautiful shot from Lindel for her 4th point. There it is. Lindel gets her 4th point. She trails by 1 frame only. So from 5-1 to 5-4 with 1 minute 30 on the clock. Head referee Cobus Costain announcing 1 minute left in the session.
Race to 7, South Africa leads 5-4, Australia to break.
Race to 7. Marina Jacobs currently leading 5 frames to 4. Time running, but how much time is left? Should be just over 30 seconds now. 30 seconds, so all Marina has to do is stay at the table. She is currently leading, and it looks like she is going to be booking herself into the final of the Commonwealth Billiard Championships Hayball division here in Mauritius. is time as Marina Jacobs takes the victory, 5 frames to 4 over Lindel Vine. Well done to both ladies, and that was an excellent semi-final match. Marina Jacobs books her spot into the final of the Commonwealth Billiard Championships later today. Our next match in just under an hour on the TV table, Jason Taron against Shivam Arora. Stay tuned for that. I'm your commentator, Raymond Tilak, and we will be back shortly. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in.